Okay, here we go with another challenge. Something out of the ordinary of what usually you see with challenges. Something really weird and actually stupidly open challenge. Like, the rules are kinda stupidly open. Well, let's start with some of the rules. Um, the year is obviously 2020, but you can use bodies only before year 2000. So, old school bodies, what I consider a sleeper. Old school cars that look absolutely stock. Well, I will allow minor or some body modifications, but majority still has to remain looking like a stock car. So yeah, building a sleeper. Rules. Basically none, besides one major rule, which will be probably the most hardest to follow. You have to make replica bodies of real life cars. Yep, that's not gonna be easy. Because making a simply sleeper challenge with no rules, that's kinda pointless. Where's the challenge? Just build whatever you want. But with this, you have to make a sleeper, but you have to use a real life car. Of course, looks visually. Try to replicate a real life car as close as you can. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. As you can see, this is supposedly a BMW E36. It's not exactly perfect. Like, as you can see, the rear lights are absolutely off. But besides that, I'd say this is pretty damn good replica. Yeah, it's supposed to be a four-door. Normally this has only one exhaust, but since this is actually a sleeper, which I'm driving right now, it kinda has two. So if your engine has two exhausts, please put two exhausts. Um, other things. Basically judging your vehicles and how I would score them. The vehicle has to be drivable enough for me to still normally drive around the town with it. But it also has to be insane. There are no limitations at all. But, as I said previously, body has to be of a real life car, and limitations is basically end of your own imagination. But enough for the vehicle to still be drivable on normal roads. So 300 horsepower can be enough if you put that in a Beetle body or something. Or you can make something with 1500 horsepower. Go nuts! And scoring, it just has to look pretty much damn good, be drivable enough in town, and still be insane at the same time. I will not test them on time, because the sleepers are purely for fun. They're made to baffle people. They're made to make people question and just say what the fuck every time you pull away from them or something, and every time you challenge a supercar on the road. So, yeah, it's a really vague challenge. Also, another thing, since I'm being really serious about remaking, making replica bodies of real life cars, I know there's some people who struggle, and don't be afraid to say so, or if you cannot replicate something well enough for your liking, or you think it's just not good enough, I will allow you to use one of the replicas I have made myself. They are in my Discord. There's no shame in that. Go ahead and use them. The only downside I can give and will give is basically, no matter how perfect your car is, if you're using a replica body which is created by me, or I cannot grant you a victory or first place for doing so, because, well, obvious reasons. When it comes to drivetrain and everything, use whatever you want. Quality plus 15, minus 15 doesn't matter. It just has to look stock and be absolutely insane. When it comes to tires, you can use semi-slicks or normal compound if you want an absolute burnout machine. What else is there to say? I think that's it. Oh, I went off the road when I was looking at my textbook where I wrote down the things I need to say. Anyway, a bit more about this. Looks up like a pretty regular BMW E36. Sedan, 4-door, the only thing giving away is the double exhaust. And the chart on bottom left corner, obviously. But really, this thing has 700 horsepower. Yeah, that's plenty. And it has an LSD in it to actually put the horsepower somewhat down on the road. It has semi-slicks with zero quality and slightly increased tire width on the rear tires, but I highly doubt that's going to really help this thing. So I want to get to the track and do a couple of pulls, since these things are made to baffle people. Let's say, imagine getting into a race with, let's say, a sports car, or even a supercar maybe, on the highway or something, and you're like launching from highway speeds. That'd be brutal to destroy a supercar. So, okay, this is a drag strip. This doesn't really represent that situation. I'm actually kind of curious. What can it do on a drag strip? A stock E36, still rear-wheel drive. This pulls! 700 horsepower pulls. And across the line on 200. Oh god, the brakes are a bit iffy, because I kinda kept the original brakes this vehicle had with the 2.5 liter engine. I kept the stock gearbox, therefore the gear ratios are super short on this thing. And it's slightly nightmarish to handle when you're driving real quick. It has no aero at all as well. So this thing is a death trap. But kinda all sleepers kinda are like that. So, to show how much power this has semi-slicks, but no quality on them. Let's do a burnout. First gear, burnout, easy as fuck. Mid burnout switching to second. No problem at all. Absolutely nothing. And third? Pure burnouts in third. Though I don't think this has enough torque to do it in fourth, but let's give it a shot. Okay, no. Fourth box down. So, 3 gears of pure burnouts. And it's 5 speed, so it doesn't have stupidly short gearing. No, it actually has quite short gearing to accommodate for the small engine this has. Oh my god, this is hard to drive. Therefore, I'm not going to really make a challenge of driving these on time. Otherwise, well, that's basically impossible, and they were not really made for that. Let's see how insane this can be. Second, third gear burnouts. Donuts in third gear. I can't see, the damn camera angle is... I want to go straight, but I can't see due to the camera angle. I can't even get this straight anymore. I actually need to do some throttle control. Oh god.